Pedal to the Metal Productions, along with Wheels Sharp Video, present the Hell Tour 2011, tonight from Tri-City Speedway. Donnie McElroy with interviews from the pits, exclusively on allamericanracetalk.com.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here on night number 5 of the UMP Summer Nationals Hell Tour, run across Crane, Missouri's Will Vaught. Will, welcome to Tri-City Speedway.
Thanks for having me.
Second chance at the Summer Nationals Tour this year. I don't know if you're going to pick up a few more of these nights as the season unfolds here a little bit, but
yeah, we're planning on. We last week had a real good car at Cedar Lake and had a little miscue in the heat race, had a radiator problem, and then in the feature we had a real good car coming up to the field there and had a battery problem. And we've had a real good car all year. We just need that little luck. I mean, we've been real close. We just haven't got a victory here last month or so. So we need a little luck and get over that edge and get us a victory maybe tonight.
Well, a little hunger goes a long way in this dirt late model racing community, and of course there's a lot of great race car drivers here, as you well know, and things are looking good. Maybe that luck will change here with us tonight.
Yeah, we had a real good run at Eldora, fourth of the dream, and that's a really good accomplishment for our team. We just need to, like I said, just need a little luck, and I know we got the equipment and cars and the sponsors and everybody that helps us out, to do it, but we just need to. That's what's racing. It's just a lot of luck.
It sure is. I mean, I've always been told you better be lucky than good almost any day.
That's about right. I mean, I swear Billy Moore is one of the luckiest guys on the pits, but he's good at the same time. So, we got to beat him and a lot of good cars here tonight. So, like I said, we got a good car and a good chance of winning this deal.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, Will Vaught out of Crane, Missouri with us here tonight. We wish him the best of luck. All right, we wandered around the pit area. We found another name that's familiar to a lot of folks. Been here several times. Out of Batesville, Arkansas, it's Billy Moyer Jr. Billy, welcome to Tri-City Speedway once again.
Yeah, thank you. It's always glad to get around here to the St. Louis area.
I know here we are on night number 5 for the Summer Nationals. I've kind of seen roller coaster results out of you here early on.
Yeah, mainly we're the bottom of that roller coaster. We can't seem to get out of our own way right now. We've been struggling every night out. This is a different car than we had last year, and it's taken me some time to get used to as far as these Summer National type tracks. We've won some races in this car earlier in the year, just not up to par right now, and need to get on our game, or we're gonna be in trouble for the rest of the year.
Well, I understand that, and there again, luck needs to play a big part of this as well,
Yes, sir, it definitely does. I mean, you got to get in a tough group. If you get in a tough group, you really got to be on your game. If you get in an easy group, you can be off a little bit. But bottom line, it doesn't matter what you're in. You got to race what you got, and we've obviously been struggling, and that's probably an understatement. But come back here to Granite City. Hopefully this is nice and wide and slick. And we ran third in that big race here last year, the FedEx 50 thing, so maybe we can build upon that. Anytime you run behind my dad and Bab in a race, I was tickled to death. Maybe we can have a repeat of that.
Well, it is son of legendary Billy Moyer. Kind of some hard shoes to fill, but obviously I've seen making some big strides in that direction as you've had this program picking up there in the last couple of years.
Yeah, we had a good last year, decent last year, won 7 or 8 or something, and this year we won however many, 4 or something, but we've just been so dang inconsistent here in the last couple months. It's just been absolutely horrible. Win, then you don't make a show, win, don't make a show, run, top 5 a couple nights in a row, and then all of a sudden you get to reality, and, we go to Wheatland, qualify good, and then they invert, and we get in trouble all night and just didn't do our job to get in the show, and now the Summer Nationals, holy cow, I would have never guessed, maybe last year I could have run like this. This year I thought, had something to build upon. We've obviously been struggling and not getting the job done, but I look forward to Granite City here and turning it around.
Well, without a doubt, make some more strides at this. Maybe we'll find you down in victory lane here a little later on tonight. It'd be nice.
Yes, sir. That'd definitely be nice. Just definitely thank all the fans for coming out here and supporting us, and all my sponsors on the car. These can't do it without them fans and sponsors, and they really mean a lot to us. And thanks for coming out. And hopefully we can put a good show on for them.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Billy Moyer, the 21 JR. We'll keep an eye on him tonight. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of the top modified drivers here at Tri-City Speedway with us over the past year and a half, Quincy, Illinois' Michael Long. Again, Michael, welcome to Tri-City Speedway once again.
All right, thanks. Good to be down here finally, and sun's shining, and hopefully get some good racing in and have a good night.
That's for sure. Well, you've been pretty much a guy to be reckoned with down here. The few visits you do get to make down with us each and every year. What's things looking like tonight? How's your season progressed thus far?
Oh, we've had a real good year. Haven't I think only had one DNF so far, and finished in the top 6 every other night. And except the one night down here, I was leading and hit the wall. So I got to redeem myself tonight. But other than the rain, the year's been going really good.
Well, that's awesome, and I guess you said this was your first night for the Summer Nationals Tour. You planning on following some more of these, or just going to hit and miss?
Yeah, this will probably be about the only one I hit that's close. They don't pay enough to travel too far to get to them and to take off work a whole day to go just run for $1,000. So I'll probably just hit the ones that are close. Maybe I might hit Beasley, maybe, or something like that. But this will probably be about the only one.
What, are you trying to say these things cost a lot of money to run?
Yeah, they're way too much to drive 3 or 4 hours.
I understand that. Well, we look possibly for you tonight. We wish you the best of luck here at Tri-City Speedway for the Summer Nationals, for the Summit Modifieds. I guess I should say that here.
Yeah.
They've come on board this year for the modified portion of the Summer Nationals Hell Tour. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Michael Long out of Quincy, Illinois. Well, as we further walked around the pit area here at Tri-City Speedway, we've run across Mount Vernon, Iowa's Chad Simpson. Chad, welcome to Tri-City Speedway.
Thank you.
I know I've not seen you around here very much in the past. You normally run a lot of the UMP shows?
We're running more this year than what we ever have. This is actually our first time to Tri-City here, so we're going to see how things go. We run the first 2-3 races last week there with the Summer Nationals and headed back home and regrouped and give her a couple more days here.
Well, I've seen some new door skins, at least down the driver's side of the car, so it's looking sharp here early on tonight anyway. Hope it stays that way all night, huh?
Yeah, we tore things up a little bit last week up in Cedar Lake, but hopefully we can have a good run tonight and keep us towards the front.
You going to stick around and go to Fairbury tomorrow night and maybe back down to I-55 here in the next week or two?
We're going to go to Fairbury for sure and then go home after that. And then we got some point races that we run back home, some local series and stuff. So we'll probably head back for that stuff in the next couple weeks.
What kind of toll does this take on you as the driver and your pit crew to try to run the bulk of these races through the Summer Nationals Series? Of course, that's why it's called the Hell Tour, but it's got to take its toll for everybody.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if a guy was trying to run every one of them like some of these guys are, it's got to be a handful. You got to have some fresh guys and a truck driver and stuff like that just to get you here from there. But, for us, it hasn't been too bad. Last week was our first kind of experience with me and my crew chief by ourselves for a couple nights, so that was kind of interesting. But it was definitely glad to have the crew back for this week.
Well, again, welcome to Tri-City Speedway for the first time, and good luck for tonight's activities. Maybe we can meet you down in Victory Lane a little later.
We hope so.
All right, again, Mount Vernon, Iowa's Chad Simpson. All right, as we've traveled around the pit area here at Tri-City Speedway, we found one of the stars here in dirt late model racing out of Muscatine, Iowa. Welcome to Tri-City Speedway, Brian Burkhofer.
Thanks for having me. Looking to be back. Last time wasn't a very good time here, so we'll hopefully be better tonight.
Well, you got everything looking good on the car and the program picking up so far this year?
It's been up and down. We've had some consistent finishes. Wrecked a couple times. Wrecked myself and got wrecked. So, hopefully each night's a different night. You just got to come here and make good decisions and qualify well. And it's kind of like going to the, to the boat when you're gambling. Hopefully it's your lucky night, I guess.
Well, there again, luck seems to play a big part in it, and I've always been told it's better to be lucky than good any day.
Yeah, you hate to say it, but that comes more true than not.
I know it is. You've had some good runs here in the past, along with some mediocre ones.
Yep.
But we're looking for some good things these fans can keep an eye on for you tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure Kevin probably did a better job. I think they only raced on the track one time before that last race here, so the track should be good. Should be a heck of a race. I mean, obviously there's a good bunch of cars here, some good quality cars. So hopefully we can get her done.
There sure is. As we've been walking around the pit area, of course, you're ranking right up there with the best of them, though. We can't take anything away from you there. The many years that I've watched you race now. So again, Brian Burkhofer, good luck tonight here at Tri-City Speedway.
All right, thanks for having me, guys.
All right, our adventures here in the pit for the UMP Summer Nationals Tour. We find one of our local veteran race car drivers, Mark Boyd. Again, welcome over to Tri-City Speedway here tonight.
How you doing? Thanks for having us.
Well, I know you're coming out. There's a lot of pretty good late models out here. How you think you're stacking up? I seen you a couple of nights ago. You struggled a little bit, but you got your program back together tonight?
Well, we got this a new car we've had for a while. We ran it a few times last year. We got our we got our big motor in there. We haven't run it yet, and so we hope we got enough for them, but I don't know. It's going to be a really tough gig tonight, but you never know unless you try. So.
And that's the spirit of the whole thing, you know. When the local guys come out and try to run against these big guys, it's pretty neat when a lot of you guys get to make the show. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, we've been running pretty good this year. I can't really complain, and we've been working on our program trying to get it a little better, and to come run with these guys, it's good to learn, and it really gives you the, I don't know what I'm trying to say, it gives you the drive to try harder, because it's definitely tough.
And it is, and you're out here with some of the best in the business right now. So, we look forward to some good things from you out of here tonight.
Well, if we make the show, and I'll be happy, and there's definitely not a shortage of good race cars here, so it's going to be tough for anybody to make this show. So,
man, it sure is. Even the past couple of nights that I've seen some of the shows, there's some pretty heavy-hitting cars that go in that trailer, so it's not shameful to go home that early, unfortunately.
Well, just like we've been trying to run them all week, and we've got rained out a couple times, but the last couple nights there's been 5-6 cars that's got loaded up. More than that, there's 6-8 cars, 10 cars that's loaded up that can win a Saturday night feature here any day of the week. So it's a pretty tough when you're loading up cars that can run anywhere in the country and win,
And you're 100% right there, but hey, tonight we're going to wish you the best of luck. Maybe we'll see you down in Victory Lane there a little later on tonight.
If I'm in Victory Lane tonight, I'm going to be a happy guy.
I understand. Maybe we'll celebrate a little bit afterwards. Again, Marine, Illinois' Mark Voigt here at Tri-City Speedway.
Pedal to the Metal Productions, along with Wheels Sharp Video, present the Hell Tour 2011. Tonight from Tri-City Speedway. Donnie McElroy with interviews from the pits, exclusively on AllamericanRaceTalk.com.